Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to another TEW2020 video. It's our latest Impact Wrestling pay-per-view and it is Impact Sacrifice. So we're going to be live on Dish Network, Fight, Impact Plus and Premier Sports. And we are missing a few people, but thankfully because it is a Friday night, it's just the likes of Kurt Angle, which is our biggest promo, Ashley Vox and Alex Shelley, who are all working for Ring of Honor. Now the show itself is predominantly matches based because it's a great chance for the great talents we've got to showcase that. There's a few promos and it's a show that I think might surprise a few people. We do have a special treat at the end and that will be confirmed in our opening segment of the night. Basically a feature in TW that I hadn't actually used before, so decided to give it an opportunity here. So without further ado, let's crack on to tonight's pay-per-view. So we're sold out 2,000 at the Joe Miller Ballpark. We were due to get just over it, so opted for the sellout. Now you can see here, it's not Kurt Angle because he's obviously with Ring of Honor, so Scott D'Amore makes the announcement, and it's an announcement that we have got Kota Ibushi in for tonight's show. Realism straight out the window. But my reason for that is actually because we joined the IWGP their alliance basically, which allows us to have the United States Championship defended on our show. So basically Scott D'Amore says after agreeing that partnership, meaning they've got links to New Japan, they've got links to AEW, AAA and many more, that we are going to have Kota Ibushi defend that United States Championship in tonight's main event. So an extra bonus for the fans, and I just wanted to try it. I was tempted to do some things, but I felt we'll stick with that and we'll see how it goes. So 35 and yeah, looking forward to trying that feature out. Our opening contest was the decent matchup between Rich Swann and Willie Mack and the team of the Dark Orders, Alex Reynolds and John Silver. And of course our babyfaces won in 12:41 when Willie Mack pinned Alex Reynolds with the Chocolate Thunder Driver. Rich Swann carried the match, although to be fair, a 55 compared to the other ratings isn't actually that much of a deficit, so overall pleasing. The 49 is good for the opener and the crowd goes mild. We then had the epic matchup that I was delighted to put together, which had great wrestling and good heat, as Sami Callihan got a big victory over Pentagon in 14:05 with a headlock driver. So a 59, Callihan with a 56, Pentagon with a great 61 performance, as he and Sami had great chemistry. After the match though, Pentagon is absolutely furious. The match got a bit vicious, maybe a few weapons involved, and Pentagon decides to put Sami Callihan through a table, which is a 45. Saving the day though is Phoenix after Pentagon has continued to be beaten down by Pentagon. Sami's continued to be beaten down by Pentagon, so Phoenix makes the save, saving Callihan from a serious beating. Basically my reasoning for this, and the 53 here, if we've got Pentagon and Phoenix, I know they were with Impact, I think 2017-18, I can't remember off the top of my head exactly, but it's two talents that have got fantastic chemistry, obviously they're brothers. Why not utilise them at their full effect and have them in a programme with Sami? It means we can keep them out of the world title picture, but they can help elevate a talent, which can eventually go for the World Championship. So, delighted with that. We have a music video here, it's just hyping up the new acquisitions that we have in Impact Wrestling. Obviously, previously I brought in the likes of Xperia and Sean Dean, etc. on short-term deals. Same here, we're going to bring in some Joshies for the women's division, and Maki Ito and Dash Chizako, I think it's pronounced. The two of them are the first two that will be coming in, so giving them a bit of hype before they come in just to try and give them a bit more overness, because I don't want to be jobbing out as much. They will get victories, and I did say the plan was to get a lot of wrestlers in from all over the world into this company, and that is what we're going for, so a 6 for that. It's a long build. Back in the Knockouts division with a decent matchup, Thunder Rosa defends and defeats Deonna Purrazzo. She defends the championship here. She wins in 13:55 by submission, giving her her first title defence. So a 52, unfortunately she was off her game, but some stellar work by these two, and it's back to the drawing board for the Virtuosa and the Curator. Our 6-man tag, a lot of people off their game tonight, by the way. Good matchup. It saw the team of Enzo and the Good Brothers defeat Ken Shamrock and Violent by Design in 12-18 when Enzo pinned Eric Young with a Tornado DDT following a distraction from Big Kaz. Of course, if Enzo's out for so long, Big Kaz wouldn't have been out for too much longer. I felt like a good way to get that storyline, give the babyfaces the victory, and it could lead to some gang warfare down the line. Crazily, best performance Doc Gallows, fair play big man, 61. Carl Anderson and them a 50, but even Joe Doering up to a 50 performance, really bringing it, and I'm delighted with that. I actually probably surpassed the expectations in that 53 match, but some finally revenge for Enzo over Violent by Design. And then after the matchup, they cut a promo just saying Eric Young's soft. Basically, no matter what will happen, they will still get back together. They will be stronger than ever, and they are not going to be put down by anyone. Also, good boost with the 71, gives us our best promo of the night. They're going to be big long term, I think, as we continue to grow the company, because we need strong promos and strong angles, and they'll deliver. And you can't teach that. Ace Austin then cuts his promo on Chad Betts. He says basically that it's time for him to prove that this is just another guy that thinks they can come in here, be the best, and then just basically leave in 6 months. He's the future of Impact Wrestling. He's a future world champion, and he's going to stop Chad Betts' momentum before it begins. So as a 57 promo, the match itself, stellar, 61. Great wrestling, good heat. Chad Betts picks up the win over Ace Austin in 13:52 with the Grand Amplitude. So revenge for obviously the heinous attack on the last Impact, and it's just a case of building and building up Chad Betts to be one of the key cornerstones of this company. But a good win, some 2 good performances here, and I feel as well working with somebody like Chad Betts is going to hopefully improve even the psychological stats of Ace Austin going forward. Then have a promo with FTR, and they just basically say that people obviously doubt them and put them up against it because of the size difference, but they are technically gifted and they will craft their way by any means necessary to retain their Impact Tag Team Championships. So a 50 on the promo, and their matchup was a 64, which is really good. A superb matchup. FTR defeat the Inflictors of Pain in 45-25 when Dinza was counted out while fighting Dax Harwood. So they managed to retain the championships via countout. And a 64 is good. They're obviously far superior in ring than everybody else in the roster, but you've got to utilise that. And a 64, not even going to main event here, but it just shows that our tag division could main event. So good stuff, and it keeps them protected, but at the same time keeps the championships on FTR. And would have been usual main event. Good matchup. Mark Cardona defeats Ethan Carter III in 15-10 with the Rough Rider. So his third defence of the Impact World title at 56. He's always ready, and he continues to prove that with a good victory. And after the matchup, he celebrates in the ring. The crowd goes wild as they prepare for the main event. So a 62. Now if you do remember on the last Impact, if you watched that, I did say he's coming, the teacher is coming, and he also will debut. He will have the matchup against Kota Ibushi for the IWGP United States Championship. So that bonus match is all the pressure on it to deliver. Not only gets a 55, and it was about that, had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd as Kota Ibushi defeated Chris Hero in 22-26 with a last ride style Tiger Driver. Kota Ibushi makes defence number 5 of the IWGP United States Championship. So gave New Japan the spotlight here. Kota gets the win. I actually was maybe tempted to take the title off him, but I felt like we do technically need another title, I believe. I would feel a bit bad just stealing the one from there. So yeah, we kept it on Kota. Might lose it at the next event. There's always a chance if we can get him back. But just cool to utilise those links, try something different in the game that I've personally never done because I've always been a bigger company. So I was quite happy to do that. Chris Hero's debuted his Grizzled Veteran gimmick. They didn't have any teacher gimmick, which is a bit annoying because he was going to teach people about all his great knowledge of wrestling. But again, you could do that with the Grizzled Veteran. He knows everything. The Rachel Ellering was the clue that it was going to be Chris Hero. But still delighted with it. Looking forward to see what Chris can do. I feel he's someone that can certainly help us long term again with the psychology starting a lot of workers. So yeah, I know that's been the bane of my AEW save, and let's hope it doesn't be the bane of this save. So we're preparing for it early. Overall though, a 54 is great. It's still increased their pop in 56 regions. Obviously our music and production values are down, but that's cool. What I'm also curious is how much higher that possibly would have been if we had a better main event. So if FTR, we could have maybe seen a 60 if that match main evented, but still delighted. Carries a few programs forward, ends a couple, and yeah, puts us in a good position going forward. So delighted with that. As I say, it'll take probably a bit of time until we can start flowing week by week, till we get the proper storylines in place, because you're booking 4 storylines and then 4 tapings in one night, and you've got that opportunity that somebody could get injured over that 4 weeks, or somebody could become available. It can all change, and then you have to change your mind straight on the bat. So fingers crossed, everything is good going forward. Anything here that directly affects us? Sami Zayn signs a new contract. Doesn't affect us, but just lets you know that that's happening. Miz gets another injury. It always seems to get injured in TW. So we have Kota Ibushi's gone. It's a one-off appearance in case we bring him back. Josh Matthews. I might let Josh go actually, because Don Callis and Matt Striker is my announced team. Sami Callihan has joined Beyond, so he's on that alliance. So it shows you that I'll even have it lights up and see what we've got. 65,000 views and 0.03, so the pay-per-view deal is not great. We really need to work on that as well. But at the moment, 47,000, that will go down. Ticket sales is up, broadcast revenue is up. Sponsors will get a bit more, but we'll lose a bit more. Worker costs were way up. Then we'll get taxed, obviously. But I still think we'll make decent profit even. About 30,000 this month. But there's nobody really debuting, so I can kind of go into this one. It's just obviously people you know about. Itoe and Chizako. But talent trades, we get people from AAA, AEW, New Japan of America, New Japan, Noah, Smash. So that's good we can get them. Obviously got a lot of good relations with companies, and the alliance we're in is the IWGP Conception, so we can propose an alliance loan. So if we wanted Kota, we could get most of them. We could get G White if we wanted. So we will get some of them in at points because realism is out the window. But yeah, overall it's just cool to try something a bit different that I never usually use because I'm always a big company. That's my bad. Size-wise, doing well, 47, 43, 43. Just need to keep going. That's just going to take time. I actually think the way we're at, we probably might be June 2022 before we're a medium-sized company. But I think once we get into medium and into that NXT video, I think we'll start making massive strides. It's all about patience and making sure we're in the best position, because the reality is we need to get the workers over as well. So 59 popularity, we need people cracking out 70 promos, 70 rated matches, and we need to hope that they can gain skills alongside that. So I check actually. Chad Betts, his psychology is at 65, Chris Heroes is at 80. So there you go, that's why he'll be having some great programs working with a lot of people for that reason and that reason alone. In fact, if we just do that, 78, there you go. Chris Hero is the only guy that can carry a match in this company at the moment. So I still feel 70, even though it's decent, is still a bit too low. And a lot of people in that, admittedly, although a lot of them are retired. But we can certainly work on a few people. Wheeler and Harwood will be here for a long time. Eric Young can keep utilising his. I think he may even have gained a psychology stat. There you go. So yeah, just give people matches and they'll keep improving. So that'll be it. cheers for watching, much appreciated. I'm going to go ahead now and sit and plan what we've got for the next 4 tapings and what we're going to call our June event. I don't know if it's June Slammiversary. I don't know. I'll double check it and we'll find out by the first taping, which will be your next episode. So thanks for watching. Take it easy. Good day and good night. Take it easy. Said that twice for some reason, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.